morning, everybody, and welcome to this morning's devotion. And I'd like to share with you about replacing fear in our lives. And if we read the story of Gideon in the book of Judges, we see that a messenger from God comes and says to Gideon, I want you to fight the Midianites. And straight away, this fear comes over Gideon. And his response to God in the response from his fear is saying, not me. I'm the weakest of my clan. And his response comes completely out of the fear. And God's response straight away to him is not, okay, I can see your fear. He just says, go into this. I will be with you. And he's still not too sure and a little bit apprehensive, which sometimes happens to you and I when there's fear involved. And so what he does is he puts out the fleece and he says to God, okay, if the fleece is going to be wet and dry, he does it twice, is that you will show me that you are telling me that I need to go. And what happens then again is when he realizes God is telling him to do this, he goes out to fight the Midianites with thousands and thousands of men behind him. And what he was doing there too is making sure that he had a lot of men. So the fear in him thought, okay, well, I can still do this with a whole lot of men. And God says, no, reduce those men to 300. And he goes, oh, okay. And what happens there is when he's left with 300 men, he has to walk into a fearful situation with faith. And I want to show you this morning by illustrating with this candle is that fire is like that in our lives. So fire is, when it is out of control, it can be very dangerous. But when it's controlled, it can actually be such a lovely thing that brings us warmth and light and energy. And that's the same with our fear. But as soon as our fear is out of control, it becomes destructive in our lives. And God comes and he snuffs out our fear. And what he does when he snuffs out the fear in our lives, he replaces it with faith, just like he did with Gideon. He took Gideon's fear and he said, now I'm going to snuff out that fear and I'm going to replace it with faith. And when God replaces our fear with faith, we're able to walk forward in faith. We're able to go into situations that would otherwise be very fearful for us to even go into, but we do it because God has replaced that fear with faith. And so I hope that has encouraged you this morning, that as we, things that are maybe very fearful for us in our lives at the moment and in our future, that we ask God to replace that fear, to snuff the fear out and replace it with faith. I hope you have a lovely day.